allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, welcome. Just to mention a few items, if you can silence your cell phones. Our meetings are public and recorded. It's business meetings, so we have in a professional manner. City code allows for public comment up to 3 minutes, and for best sound quality, please pull these mics down and lean into them to speak. So with that, we'll call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. and we will kick off with roll call from our deputy clerk.
Ben Schwarzkopf,
Here.
Kurt Ebert,
Here.
Mike Reinecker,
Here.
Bill Hannabut,
Here.
Jeremy Demond,
Here.
Rodney Nevoy,
Here.
Kyle Dojan,
Here.
and Alan Peel.
Here.
Okay, we have a quorum. We'll do a little business tonight. First item, I would call for a motion to approve the financial statements.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion from Hannah, second from Nevoy. Any further discussion? Roll call voting, Ms. Rexford Schwarzkopf.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Motion carries. Next up, I'll call for a motion to approve the estimated and listed bills in your packet. Okay, we have a motion, a motion from Reinecker, second from Hannah. Any further discussion? Roll calls, voting starts with Ebert.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Motion carries. Next up, is the consideration of any additional bills. Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to correspondence, public and guest comments. Hearing none on that, we'll move on to consent agenda. We have items A through Q. Does anyone wish for any item to be pulled out separately for discussion? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion for the consent agenda items.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion from Dojan, second from Peel. Any further discussion on that? Roll call with Reinecker.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Motion carries. Next up are reports, and we'll start with finance.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and the Finance Committee. The only item that we have, the October 21st meeting is the 2 insurance CDs approved to, so.
Okay. Personnel, anything for personnel? Okay, public health and safety, anything?
Nothing for.
The public works is that you have on.
We have ordinance number 1552. It's a clothing and equipment policy. I'd like to make a motion to approve ordinance number 1552. Second.
Okay, we have a motion, a second motion from Gebert, second from Nevoy for ordinance number 1552. That's gas department flame resistant clothing and equipment policy. Any further discussion? Roll call with Hannah.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Motion carries. That it?
That's it.
Okay, anything from zoning?
Nothing.
And then we're up to cultural committee.
Yeah, we have a request from St. John's Baptist Catholic School to collect the four-way stop on November 22nd, 2024 from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. I'd like to make a motion, we accept that request.
Second.
And we have a motion from Schwarzkopf, second from Hanavit to accept the St. John's Baptist School request for Collect at the Square on November 22nd. Any further discussion on that? Roll call with Demond.
Hey. 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 Hey.
Motion carries. Next up, recreational facilities.
Nothing.
Planning commission.
No.
Economic Development Commission, we have a few items.
First. $5,000 for $8,000. Approved by the Economic Development Commission and Central Council. This would be to put a front door, for his office entrance and do some repair work around that door. I can make a motion to accept this side grant. Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Reinecker, second by Hanavit to accept the Huggins facade grant. Any further discussion on that?
I did have a little question about it. I know that it talks about going inside of the door and to the interior. I didn't know how far we're going on that. I mean, because this was a facade grant,
It's exterior door.
but the doors, but then it talks about the interior.
That's to get into It's nothing to do with. all that.
It is all outside.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm, question. Okay,
Any other questions? I believe we had our motions. Any other questions? Roll call voting can start with you, Lloyd.
Hey.
Hey.
hey,
Hey. Hey.
Hey.
Howard. You built, pick up the original entrance on Main Street, move boards and finish out the brick.
Okay, we have a motion by Renaker, second by Dojan to accept the freeze for five grant application. Any further discussion on that?
yeah, I have questions on this one too.
Okay.
We state that there's supposed to be construction drawings involved. I didn't see any drawings, either one of these that were presented to us, and then there was only, I should have brought it up in the last one, there was no pictures either that we got to see either. So
There are pictures.
Pictures on both.
There are pictures
Where-
on both.
they were sent to us.
I believe so.
I don't remember seeing pictures on the first one. But that's after. But there is no drawings in either one.
But
There's a picture on the freeze.
Yeah, with the freeze on it.
yeah, probably in my Friday update, I took the picture.
I didn't see on there. I missed it.
But when freeze is doing, there used to be a doorway that came out to South Main. He's simply gonna take the rotting wood out.
Yep.
But brick.
Okay,
I didn't think there was a need.
I forgot to bring it up on the last one too, because I didn't see any pictures.
Eric just described what he was doing, Ewood Construction did provide the estimate for it, there is a detailed list of what's happening.
I guess the question I'm asking is, for the council is, if these get more elaborate, are we not gonna require drawings and pictures? Where's the,
Pictures are required, absolutely. Drawings, I don't know, I think it's kind of a gray area, it's something simple, we really need drawings,
we put it in the application?
you're not wrong.
That's all I'm saying is that we put the requirements in here and they weren't being followed, so.
And Mr. Huggins,
Yeah,
Mr. Huggins did have pictures. They were like snapshot pictures in an envelope, so if they didn't get put into the packet, then that's an error on our part.
I thought I said I looked even on that.
You sent one on Friday. I thought I saw notice that.
I've looked on the Friday ones, I didn't see, I'll look again.
I don't remember.
Or were they shared with Economic Development Commission?
They were.
Maybe not shared. So maybe that was just an oversight. It could be an oversight or this.
Yeah.
That motion there, second. And anything else here? So if we're ready, it would be roll call voting, starting with Dojan.
Hey.
Motion passes.
One thing I would like to remind council, the dollar figures. The loan is actually based upon construction numbers. These are just estimates. It could come up a little higher, it could come up a little.
Not 100.
Huggins as well.
He had this, he had this a lot higher, it's just the way it's set up. He, there's hardly any more money coming, he comes plus. But the money decides up about $5,000.
I agree, and just leave it out.
Then the loan program revision, that's just a copy of the new program. Everybody look at this. That's required.
That wrap up Economic Development Commission then, Mike? Okay, next up is Parks and Recreation Committee.
Thank you, Mayor. Two items, the first one being ordinance number 1553, park reservation fee waivers for nonprofit organizations. We discussed it at committee. I would make that motion to authorize that.
Okay, we have a motion by Dojan, and I think a second by Leroy, it was a close tie there. To accept ordinance number 1553 for park reservations fee to waive for nonprofits, schools, and churches. Any further discussion on that? Roll call with Peel.
Hey,
Years.
And then the second item is the Red Bud Athletic Association lease amendment. Josh got ahold of me a couple weeks ago and we ran into the issue. We have the security cameras out there and then they canceled the Wi-Fi, so the lease has been adjusted. So we will reimburse them for the 6 months of internet service as presented. So, if anybody doesn't have any questions about that, I would make that a motion to amend the lease agreement as presented.
Okay, we have a motion by Dover, second by Hanavich to accept the Red Bud Athletic Association lease amendment. Any further discussion on that? Roll call, Schwartzbach.
Hey,
Hey.
Hey,
Motion carries.
that's all I have here.
Okay, next up is old business, nothing in that section, so that'll take us to new business. I would call for a motion to accept the resignation of Rebecca Koopman from the library board. Okay, we have a motion by Radiker, second by Hebert to accept Koopman resignation. Any further discussion? Roll call voting starts with Hebert.
Hey.
Motion carries. Next up is the calendar. Let's see, siren testing tomorrow morning, John. Parks and Recreation meeting on Wednesday evening. Please note on the 11th, the utility plant in City Hall is closed in observance of Veterans Day. Library board meeting on the 14th. We are back here on the 18th for committee meetings. The 19th for planning commission, and then please note, we're already in Thanksgiving season, so utility plant City Hall will be closed on the 28th and 29th. Any other adjustments or changes to the calendar? Okay, hearing none, are there any other comments? Hearing none of those, I will call for a motion to adjourn. Motion by Hebert, second by Hanavich, all in favor say aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. We stand adjourned at 6:11 p.m.